Disclaimer. All statements within this podcast consist of our own opinions and in no way should be taken as medical advice, as we are not medical professionals. All resources will be stated. We always encourage you to do your own research and to consult your own doctor or medical professional before attempting anything. Welcome to Random Witchcraft with your hosts, Vix.
And Callie, what's up, people?
Today, we're going to talk about one thing. How we're Satan worshippers.
Oh, really? Really? Don't you remember to talk about misconceptions of the craft?
Everybody thinks we're devil worshippers, though.
Oh, yes, we really are. And we end up becoming Satan's bride.
I'd be Satan's bride.
You would do some strange things to Satan.
A black wedding dress? Yeah.
Ugh, you would go black wedding dress instead of just be like, oh, I'm just going to have a very ostentatious red dress.
Yeah, if you haven't guessed, today we are discussing the misconceptions of the craft and witchcraft and folk practices and pretty much all of us.
There's a lot of misconception. Like, a lot of people have opinions on what the craft is. And mind you, some are just hilarious.
Yeah, like the fact that witches are only female.
Well, Vix,
Maybe.
well, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
By technicality, the term witch is actually non-binary. It doesn't there's no gender descript. It could be male, female, or any of the rainbow.
Back then, witches were held to a high regard. They were the healers. They were the helpers. They were the ones that made sure people got well until...
They birthed your babies and healed the sick.
Yeah, until people's own insecurities, I would say, got the better of them. Or, as I like to call it, big old religion.
Yeah, it's usually the patriarchy of the Christian religions that we're trying to eradicate.
Is it really a patriarchy? Because, the whole thing on the religion is, yeah, the man is the head of the household. But the man doesn't do a thing unless the woman says it's okay.
That wasn't the same with the Roman Catholics of yesteryear. The men were the ones that made all the decisions.
Yes, but even in their own Bible, it states, a man will make the final decision, but take on advice from his partner, his woman, which is the neck of the family. The head cannot turn without the neck.
That is what the book says, but does not mean that that's what was practiced.
In some cases it was, in other cases it was not. It just depended on... Let's be honest. Every religious male is not a nutcase.
Now, some are, and they view their significant others as their property.
Subservient.
That they belong to them.
Mm-hmm. Gay pasta?
Yeah, the next fun one is, it's not a real spell unless you are using
a wand. Or an athame. Or even just simple herbs. Or a cauldron. People don't believe that.
Or people also saying that it's not a real spell unless you call the corners. Or draw a circle.
I'm sorry. Do we not realize the most powerful spells are just said out loud? The
Doesn't
power
even
is
mean
in
that they
them.
have to be said out loud. They could just be thought.
True,
A
but we
gesture.
also remember that the greatest power is also said out loud. It doesn't have to be said out loud to people. It can be said out loud in your own personal space.
Or said out loud in your head to the deities.
True. Or the fact that a lot of people go with the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Au contraire, mon cher. Those words will hurt.
Yeah, words can destroy mental stability.
Trust me, I know that one all too well.
Oh, and the thought that all witchcraft is black magic. Like
Now,
we said in
we've
previous...
touched on the whole white magic versus black magic on a previous episode. Mind you, let's be honest, and we're going to reiterate this one. The intention is behind your spell and how you feel it. If you're going to end up feeling a little controversial and hex somebody, that is your prerogative. That is what you want to do, how you do it, and why you do it. It's your own personal reasons. Now, if me, lately, and this is just me lately, I have been, if people have been irritating me, I'm like, you know what? You have the day you deserve, sweetheart.
Yeah.
And frankly, somebody told me, you know what, after you told me that, and I just, like, walked away from you, like, shit was not going right for me. What did I do to piss you off? I was like, your actions simply just had that effect. And all I said was, you have the day you deserve. We'll go back to freaking Newton's Law. For every action, there's an opposite reaction.
And on that same level is that witchcraft is all evil. Which, as we all know, witchcraft is nor good nor evil. It is all the intention that you put behind it.
It's very much so fluid, like the ocean. It ebbs and flows. It, crashes onto the sand with strength, but flows back after it crashes onto the sand.
Are you saying that what you put out there comes back at you?
Basically.
That would be the threefold law.
It would be,
law.
but it's not generally coming back at you in a threefold. Because just imagine if you ended up saying, like, oh, I hope you step on a fucking Lego. And then, yeah, that person ends up freaking, like, stepping on Lego. But then, all of a sudden, if we're going by threefold law thought process, later on you could come back, you step on something that's insignificant, doesn't even really, but you end up breaking your ankle.
Word to the wise. Clean up after your children.
That is not even a clean up after your children. I tell people to go step on a Lego all the time.
But you are an adult that has Legos, so that kind of makes sense.
No. I tell people that don't have children and do not like Legos, you know what? I hope you step on a Lego today. Just saying.
And in some people's mind, us witches are the cause of all the problems in the world.
Oh, yeah. That's how, a couple of freaking... We'll go back to the original, start of a witch hunt. Salem.
That wasn't the start of the witch hunt.
No, I'm talking about like out here when people were talking about, when everything was going wrong in the States.
Oh no, it was before that. Came along with
In Europe, yes.
in Europe and also in the U.S. There was also a lot of the werewolf trials too that aren't really talked about.
Mm-hmm.
People that were accused of being werewolves and also
Simply just having a genetic disease that made them all hairy.
No, and not even on that. They were saying that these men were turned into wolves at night and attacking the livestock and attacking their children.
That's almost as believable as a chupacabra, I'm saying.
It is a mythical creature. Now, another fun one is you have to be in a coven.
Coven, I do believe that there's such a thing as, solitary practitioner.
Got solitary practitioners. You have like the hedge witches.
Mm-hmm. You got the garden witches.
Kitchen witches.
Oh, yes. Kitchen witches. They make the num-num foods. I need to find me a girlfriend that's a kitchen witch. She kept me fed. I mean, hi. But, yes. You have to be in a coven. I'm sorry. Let's get into it because it correlates to covens and, the practice of magic. You have to be born into it. Excuse me, what kind of mindset is that? It's a little bit elitist. Just saying. Let's just smidge.
By technicality, everyone is born into it because
it's in you.
Earth-based, nature-based beliefs were pretty much the original beliefs.
Yeah.
In a lot of parts of the world, and still are in a lot of parts of the world.
Very true. But then that goes with, if you're born into it, then the only magic you know, and don't get me wrong, every culture has their own form of ancestral magic. But strictly saying that you have to be born in it, that means your only source of power would be your ancestors. Don't you want to let them rest? They need their vacation from you.
Very, very true. And another fun one is you have to wear black.
I'm sorry.
Not everybody's a goth.
It's not even about being a goth in general. Because you have very, very variants of goth. You got pastel goths. So it's not necessarily that it's a goth thing wearing black. I'm talking about sure, black is very slimming. If you want to rock that black, go right ahead.
It could hide different flaws or accentuate different flaws.
Depending. But
because if you have a black car, it will show every piece of dirt on there. It's very true. Black tends to show everything. But in clothing, it's slimming. Just as long as they're not black stripes. Either makes you look really, really, really tall, or really, really, really wide.
That's stripes in general.
That's
just a fashion stripes in general. If you are a bit on the wide side, do not do.
Yeah, I've known a few people that should not wear headbands because a stripe going across their head just makes their head look very large.
I'm not even touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Not even going there. The purpose is that we don't have to wear black. I am a goth child. I love my black. But even Vix can tell you here, I don't always wear black.
Oh, you got the hippies. The hippie witches. The ones that are very very deep in nature and wear all neutral tones.
Oh, you mean the flower childs?
The flower children?
Yes, the flower childs. The flower children's the moon babies. The ones that believe you gotta go stark naked on the bonfire and shake your titties at the moon.
Yeah, leaving that alone. Well, it's like another misconception is you have to love cats. Personally, I love cats.
I love cats too, but deep down inside, I am a puppy person.
Yeah, not everybody likes cats.
Right?
There are people that are allergic to cats.
And it's like, oh, that's the only way you're gonna find your familiar.
Familiars aren't always cats.
No, they're not. That's just a bad misconception. Like, that is just like forcing newcomers to be like, oh, I gotta love cats, but I'm highly allergic to them. Like, no, sweetheart, you don't have to love cats. You can be like, no, take that monstrosity away from me. But we love all animals. Let me put that out there. We love all animals. Well, except tarantulas. Burn them suckers. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion.
I actually like spiders, so...
I said tarantulas.
I like the arachnids. I like all the arachnids.
Well, you can have the tarantulas somewhere else, far away from me.
Do not want to get bit by them, but I do like...
Wait, I have no respect for them.
Our favorite 8-legged creatures.
Yeah, sometimes I still go, I want to burn the house down. I see a spider. But I refrain.
There are some that are a little creepy.
Like the jumping spider?
Jumping spiders are very tiny. They're not very big. I'm talking about, like, I believe, huntsman spider of Australia that is, like, gigantic.
Meh. But now we're getting off subject here. Again, don't have to like cats. If your familiar will come when it comes. It's not necessarily going to come because you're asking for it. No, they come when they're needed.
And on to our next one. Well, technically two, because they both kind of correlate together. Is that we actually make pacts with the devil, or demons, or we're betrothed to Satan.
Well, again, like when we started off this, like, shoot, if I was that, for a while, I had in high school the nickname of Satan's baby mama. Yeah.
Kids are weird.
Well, what did you expect? I was around the theater geeks.
Well, last time I checked, I have never betrothed myself to anyone or made a pact with anyone that is not of this world.
I'm like, excuse you?
That is not physically in this world.
Am I still physically in this world? I could be a ghost next to you. You never know.
Well, then this would be a very weird one-sided conversation, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Well, no, technically speaking, if I'm a powerful enough ghost, or, succubus as some people call me, I'd have enough power to actually project my voice so people can hear me. I'm just saying, if, that was true.
And along with that is that we perform forbidden magic.
I'm sorry. What? When is it forbidden to perform something you feel comfortable with?
Yeah, specifically like necromancy. By technicality, praying to a saint is necromancy. You're asking the help of someone that has passed on. A dead thing.
And I'm sorry. I'm going to poke just a little at, the Catholic religion, being a former Catholic and all. How is it not Jesus performing necromancy ritual when he resurrected Lazarus. Or resurrected himself.
Yeah, it's like having a conversation with one of my customers, hairdresser, which happens to be Jehovah's Witness. We ended up on a odd conversation about religion while I was doing her hair. And she pretty much stated that the gods and goddesses in the Greek and Roman pantheons were made up.
Oh, hey, Poseidon, you hear that? You're just a fig Newton of our own nation.
And I didn't have the willpower nor the thought process to even try to mention that I believe the actual Jehovah's Witness religion is less than, 150 years old?
About that.
Along with, the Mormon religion.
Good old Mormons.
Those religions are based off of...
It's like basing, Scientology.
Yeah, they're technically newer religions. Which, ironically, would be, in a lot of ways, considered a cult.
Isn't Scientology... Wait, never mind. I'm gonna stop that one.
Yeah, we're not talking about that one because...
That isn't... You know what? A part of me wants to be super controversial.
We are technically in the media, and we know that they go after people like us.
Well, if they want my 2 pennies that I rub together to try to make ends meet, go right ahead. But you won't take care of me because I will sue you right back for taking everything I own.
Oh, and on that same note is that witchcraft is only a religion. Yes, it can be a religion, but you don't have to be specifically in one of the pagan religions to practice witchcraft. You could be of any religion.
There's several people that still end up practicing their Catholic beliefs, going to church on Sunday, but still have their altar set up to their deities.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixture of Christian religions within Santeria. Voodoo, hoodoo.
Yeah, well, Santeria is usually because they're
Haitian
based
voodoo.
Santeria is based mostly on the Catholic saints.
Yeah, same with the Haitian voodoo.
Yeah.
Hoodoo.
Oh, and then when it comes to all of this, also coincides with religion. It's believed that you have to sacrifice all the time. Sacrificial rituals. Mind you, yes, there are some aspects, practitioners, that still practice sacrifice.
Well, technically, sacrificing something is literally giving something up.
Mm-hmm. But
what is Lent for? You're sacrificing something for Lent.
You're sacrificing a vice, is what they're telling you. In reality, you're sacrificing something that gives you pleasure, makes you happy, to suffer the same amount of time that Jesus suffered.
Yeah, very much so. It's very true.
Yeah,
you're giving them. No, in witchcraft, you could sacrifice certain things.
Yeah.
Certain vices.
But that's not the misconception that people are getting when they hear sacrifice. The misconception that they're getting is that we're sacrificing babies. We're sacrificing virgins.
Yeah. Or the fact that there are still people that think that we eat babies.
Yeah.
As a gay man, that might be a little true, but I'm not going to explain that one.
Wait. That's also going to the fact that people think that, we sacrificed virgins and put their blood in our bathtub to keep our youthful looks.
That just reminds me of a joke where the deities, they trust women with 1 egg a month, but they trust men with 180 million a day. We see where the trust is.
Well, on that note,
just to round everything out with our last one, that we could control someone with a look.
I'm sorry, if that was possible, I would control somebody to give me their money.
Yeah, we'd be rich. I would look at Elon Musk and be like, your money's mine. Done. So mote it be, so shall it be done.
True. Now I'll just make Elon Musk my baby daddy, I'm just saying.
I'm starting to see that there's, in recent past, that I am not so sure that he's mentally stable. But that is my own opinion.
Elon Musk is definitely not, but you know what? We're getting into a very controversial end subject here. Let's rein it back in and go, again, if I could control somebody with the look, things that I would do.
That would actually be dark magic. Taking someone else's free will away.
And we ain't about that.
Is there anything else you would like to add for today's episode?
Remember, if you have any questions at all, you can ask us, and if we don't know the answer, we'll end up looking it up. But if you're curious about something, don't be Schrodinger's cat and sit there in a box, not knowing whether it's alive or dead. Go on and find the answer.
Yes. Play. Experiment.
You are only given one life to live right now. Live it to your fullest.
And just because you read something in a book doesn't mean that that is set in stone. You can change whatever you want. It is your magic, your practice, and it is your life.
And it is your will to do what you want. Nobody else can control what you do but yourself. You cannot control other people's actions towards your stuff but your own. Other than that, be happy. Live life.
And if there is any other misconceptions that you can think of, that you have heard, or you have experienced, let us know.
Yeah.
Send us a little email.
We would love to do a little follow-up.
Send us a little message. And we might do a little updated episode at a future date. Till next time.
Have fun, everyone. Au revoir.
Random Witchcraft. Just one more thing before we sign off for the day. If you would like to reach out to us, you have multiple options. You can email us at randomwitchcraft@gmail.com. Or you can reach each of us separately on Instagram with links below. You can now do voice messages through Anchor. And if you would like to support this podcast and any future endeavors, there is a link below. It is not required, but is greatly appreciated. Thank you.